Hi, this is Johnny Burgin with another Chicago Blues guitar lesson. I was doing a private lesson today, and I thought I should just make this the video. It's the same thing. It's about slide and standard tuning, and why not start with the greatest, my all-time favorite guitar player, Earl Hooker. 1953 blue guitar is a great place to start. One of many great places to start, but I really like it. I've heard this referred to as like an L. It's basically like a long A. I've been doing it with 3 fingers because I'm a slide on my pinky, which is a lot more useful when it comes to making chords and doing things. For me, it's a lot easier on my pinky. So just any old slide. It is nice with these nice ceramic slides and stuff, but I just have a typical metal slide here. So here's that long A, all the way up here, 9th and 12th. I'm going to get most of my notes out of that. And then there's a lot, don't really think about it in terms of frets. Think about it as like right behind the note you want to be. So this has a 4-bar intro, and I'm going to play it now. It's from memory, it's not exactly right, but... It was a lot like that, I can tell you that much. So I'm going to try it one more time, slower, and then I'm going to explain it. Let's try that one more time. Yeah. Now, hopefully that got you feeling the blues. So I'm right behind the 12th and kind of the 11th and 12th, but you could practice that. So the real sensitive zones are 11 and 12 on the high E string, 11 and 12 on the B string, 8 and 9 on the B string. That's a big one. And it's not exactly 8 and 9. It's not like... that doesn't really sound right. So the distance is shorter. And that's the advantage of playing it on the slide, is that you can... See what a tight movement that was? Or what a small movement it was? I'm still kind of on top of the 12th and just right behind it. At one point he does that. That's pretty amazing. He goes all the way down to the 8th fret. And then he does that upstroke that Robert Nighthawk always does. And yes, this is a lot like Robert Nighthawk, but there's a lot of Earl Hooker touches in there. And I really like the way the form, he kind of hints at the form and plays around the form. He plays enough of the form for you to know where you are. He doesn't explain it, over-explain it. The form is kind of like you're seeing the top of the iceberg, but you get a notion of the iceberg underneath. I hope that's making sense. To go back to this, I would practice sliding at 12 to 9, 11. Right now I'm on the 4, huh? And then when you come down, then you got a real nice vibrato. And the rest of the time, I wouldn't really vibrato it all that much. Now, you can do all this stuff that we're talking about here. Here. That's a great signal turnaround. It's like, guys, we're here now, right? And also to the audience. That's what I mean by not, playing the entire form, just playing enough to know that's where you are. So let's do the first 12 bars. And then for the 4, and then that's sort of based around, it's kind of, instead of this G shape or long A shape, it's kind of like a D shape E chord. And then there's a great, real Nighthawky thing. Something like that. That doesn't happen there. There's a really good turnaround where he goes something like this. Yeah, that's the kind of thing, you know, that it's a really great turnaround, but he's sort of dancing around it, you know. Yeah. It's almost BB-ish where he goes like that kind of thing. But it sounds different in E, right? The second one is kind of something like that. And then there's something really cool where he goes, where he slides all the way down here, and it's pretty dramatic, you know. Anyway, this lesson's going to get really long if I go through every single one. So I'm going to jump ahead, although every single note that he plays, every phrase is just priceless. But I'm going to jump ahead to after the second go-around. The third go-around, he decides to not use the slide. So he starts out, and this is where he plays. It's not really, to me, this is not totally a Robert Nighthawk copy at all, because this is where he does some of those things that only Earl Hooker would do. But even if it is, you know, it's just that was the beginning of his style, and that's all right. Everyone's standing on the shoulders of giants, even Earl Hooker. So here we go. So, which is like kind of like the opposite of all this pretty sliding stuff, right? You know, that's just the same thing that's in Sweet Home Chicago, 12th and 10th fret on the B and E strings, and that sounds so good over the quick 4 chord and that pine top going. I like those bass lines that pine top is playing. So. And now back on the 1. That's pretty easy, not so hard. That's 7th and 8th. And then he does something great. And he just lets that note hang. It's almost like he's sliding it. You know, he's really exploiting this. He's exploiting the power of the note, if that makes any sense. And a lot of you probably know this already. 6th fret. And then first finger on the 5th fret of the B string. See how it's kind of out of an A chord? And you just let it sit there, no vibrato. You know, just leave that for later. And then he goes the open string with that. Now notice how your second finger's just sitting there ready to go. Yeah, and then he does something amazing. This is also super Nighthawky here. So this is sort of linking positions together, right? From this to this. From this D-shaped E chord to this E bar chord here. And so he goes. We've heard Nighthawk do that a million times. All that. So he goes. And now we're on the 4. That was over the 5. Da da do 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 do. The D sounds so good over the. That's a D note on the 10th fret over the 5 chord, just to show you how nice it ends up there, you know. And then on the 4, that reminds me of Manhole, doesn't it, by Freddie King? He goes. And then the last verse, by this point, they're going really fast. He's imitating the vocals. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I like that. It's not... It goes... So it starts in G, and then B, no, open D string. Use your second finger so your first finger can go. So do 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 do. Let's try it again. So now we'll try it with this slide. And then he goes, that heavy lick I like so much. Something like that. That's really... He goes back to that a lot. He uses that on Hooker and Steve. I forgot the name of that song. Strung Out Woman Blues or something. And it ends on an E6 chord. So anyway, have fun trying to play this song. This is a great way to start on a standard tuning slide. Let me know what you thought. I know Earl Hooker, most of you guys probably didn't get to see Earl Hooker, but I know some of you guys did. And I'm going to come back to some more Earl Hooker, like the Live at Pepper stuff, with a little Walter and Sam Lay and Eddie Taylor. That stuff just kills me. But have fun. It's not so crazy to play slide standard tuning. You don't even have to have... This is just a typical action I always have. I just plant my finger back here and relax my hand and... Yeah. All right. Thanks a lot. Thanks to you Patreon supporters. Join me at a class one of these days, the Patreon class. It's on my page. I usually do them every week. And hope to see you guys on the road and see you next time. Thanks a lot.